In Business Today, Statistical Service statistics indicate that over 630,000 businesses were registered in the country in 2014. Now, out of this figure, almost 80% was made up of micro-enterprises. Here's more on the Integrated Business Establishment Survey report released by the Ghana Statistical Service.
The Integrated Business Establishment Survey was initiated in 2014 to provide credible data on the formal and informal businesses operating in the country to help in economic planning. It captured data on non-household businesses operating in the country. According to the report, about 83% of non-household businesses could be found in the services sector. Industry followed with 17%, while agriculture recorded less than 1%. Project coordinator Anthony Cracker shared some more findings.
Yeah, we found out we have about 638,000 establishments in the country, and we found about 3.4 million jobs. These 638,000 establishments employ about 3.4 million people in the country. And then for 2014, we also realized that about 208,000 jobs were created countrywide by these non-household establishments. Yes, you realize that in all, you see that about more than a third of these employments were in Greater Accra region, for instance, whilst the region has about a quarter of establishments. Now, you realize that even though there are a lot of micro or small businesses, they do not contribute much to employment, unlike the large ones.
Launching the report on behalf of the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Chief Director at the Ministry, Duanoba Baker, highlighted the importance of this report in shaping government's decisions.
Mr. Chairman, over the years, my ministry has successfully collaborated with the GSS to conduct industrial censuses which focus only on the industrial sector in Ghana. The current economic census, IBES, however, spans all sectors of the economy, and I am reliably informed that it is the first of its kind to be conducted in Ghana. This indeed is a great achievement, and my ministry is proud to be associated with it.
The Ghana Statistical Service is working on the second phase of the report, which would give detailed information on the 22 subsectors of the economy.
The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Ghana has described the looming fuel price increase as unnecessary. Fuel prices are set to go up from Thursday in line with the two-week price review. The Executive Secretary, Duncan Amon, laments the constant increase in petrol prices and government's failure to remove the many taxes in the price build-up.
From our projections also at the Chamber, we know the world market index is not likely to come down back to the 40 region anytime soon. So are we going to sit for every fortnight prices to go up 2-3%, 2-3%? Before you add, you've hit almost 20%, and that is quite significant on our pocket. One, we believe that government has been a bit slow in heeding to our call to ensure that taxes do come down in the minimum. But while taxes are not coming down, it looks as though the petroleum service providers also are looking for quite a windfall. If you ask, the comparative analysis we did this week, even for the sub-region, our neighbors Togo are able to sell petrol as we speak around 12-13 Ghana cedis, and it's quite fine and fair on their people. You'll be wondering how Ghana seems to be doing 16 plus. We're hitting almost 17, but then again, the least jump in world market index would have to affect all of us. Government continues to remain adamant in heeding to calls to at least reduce some of the taxes that they introduced on January 10th when the energy sector levies was introduced. That saw petrol prices move up by some 27%. Because according to government projections at the time, the budgeted export revenue that it was looking for from our Jubilee fields was around $3. But this was the case where around January 3rd, prices were around the $30 region. So government thought it wise to introduce new taxes to be able to still generate revenue to develop. But where you find prices going up back on the world market, what it means is that there's a correlation there where government will be able to at least get a little more from the Jubilee export. So government should have by now, up to this point, seen to it that some of the taxes that is actually padded onto petroleum products will be done away with or removed completely. But this is a situation where the government is adamant. The petroleum service providers, of course, they would be looking to make their money, so they wouldn't look at anything. But you and I continue to suffer, and that is where we think if government does not heed, we are still monitoring. If by $63 a barrel, the government says it will still not heed, then we'll all take to the streets to demand what is fair to all of us, because the agreement between government and Ghanaians was that you needed revenue. You don't have to go and borrowing to develop. At 53, today you are above 50, yet taxes remain at cutthroat, prices or rates.
Well, that'll be it for Business Time. Now for some sports with George Addo Jr.